EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tar Heels offense will take the field first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Banks. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Rides to back and leaves it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rushes on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David. For this offensive court,
breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Fires to to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. All right, guys, let's chat about Georgia State. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited. And a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
And the quarterback will be slugged down back at the 43. And the Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's in open space downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on first and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. Hands it off. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They go to the draw. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just
flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They'll send out the kicker here. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Just drives it between the uprights. That brings him to within 1. And for a quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by 7.
Touchdown, UNC! Special teams coming through the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running to Green. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Bring in the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Not a lot of daylight, he gets one to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks, it's Banks. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. Soften him up with a run, now to throw. Complete to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. While they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Gives it to the back on the draw. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the first half, and it has been a dandy. A chance to perhaps get this game tied up before the break. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Turning it on! And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. Now from inside the red zone. Fires to the right. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The lone back's got it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys there on Stadium Drive at Keenan Memorial.
Set to get this second half underway. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
still a bit short of the first down. Georgia State jumps back to the line. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. He has the first and still on his feet. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, there's an alley on the left. The 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He'll keep it himself. Came through like a shot, knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Cherry. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play in the 37. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The give on the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go right back to it. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Fighting off the defender. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Makes the catch. Busts through behind his pad. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Donald. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle, it's Donald. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Gives it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over. Power
football with the run. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Tar Heels are marching down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. They didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance